Hello, my beautiful audience. When asking the question, is X Eidolon worth the price? We always have to weigh it against the opportunity cost of getting another character. In which case, the answer to that question is always a resounding no. But if you hypothetically had the means to acquire said Eidolon comfortably, well, that's a different story. I think that E1 Cipher is very powerful. It's not broken, but it is a great upgrade to her, and it really feeds into the idea that Cipher wants to steal your money. I mean, she stole mine. 380 pulls for E1 S1, thank you.
But what I mean by this is Cipher's Eidolons make her significantly better as you go on. Today we're going to be focusing on her E1, which will increase the rate at which she records damage that you deal by 1.5 times, and will also give herself an 80% attack buff. And the best part is Cipher doesn't even just want your money for herself, she also loves it when you spend your money on her teammates. Cipher is a thief to her core. She will record a portion of the damage that your team deals and she will dish it back to the enemy. The amount of damage that she records is based on the enemy's HP. However, in teams that have higher investment, she will be recording at a much faster rate just due to how much damage is being dished out in the first place. So yes, while the overflow of damage that you do cannot be recorded, and therefore she does not significantly benefit from being in a higher cost team, she may still provide more value in certain setups due to the frequency at which she can record damage and dish it back to the enemy. Now granted, if you are playing with such a highly invested team, you could definitely make the argument that you wouldn't even need Cipher at that point because everything's going to die anyways. And to that, I agree. Big stretch. And that brings us to our showcase for the day. We are going to be showcasing Cipher in 3 different teams. I got no idea what you said. Oh, goodbye. The free-to-play team, the low-spender team, and the whale team. Obviously, I may have exaggerated a little bit on those, but basically we're going to be showing her in 3 very different teams with very different investment levels to show off how they perform. Now, yes, I know that by making Cipher Shifu with March is not really going to do anything. She's not going to get the attack buff. Just bear with me, okay? I don't have a lot of 4 stars built. I got what I got, so we're just gonna make it work. I could have done Mono Quantum with Xingshui, but now this is not meant to be relatable by any means, nor do I want to skew your idea on how strong Cipher is with a setup with, you know, any 6 Aglaea. I think that if you're considering pulling her, 3 things that you're going to want to consider. Number 1, most importantly, do you want her? We are approaching the Fate collab along with Phainon, and it begs the question, do you want to pull for Cipher and risk not getting those characters if you are free to play? Do you really like Cipher? That is the main thing you need to consider when pulling. You know, are you willing to spend 380 pulls for E1 S1 for Cipher? Because apparently I was. I must be crazy. Number 2, do you have somewhere to slot her? Because the number 1 thing I realized after I pulled her is that she's not really the best in slot for any of my teams. I don't have Phainon. I don't really even play follow-up. She is actually the best character for my Acheron because I don't have Zhao Cho, but that's really it. Anywhere else that I'd want to put her, I could argue just putting Tribbie there instead. That does not mean she's a bad character by any means. I mean, she's great. The vulnerability she gives is fantastic. The amount of damage she can dish out that your team does is amazing. But for me personally, I didn't really have a spot for her outside of Acheron, so it's definitely worth considering if you have a home for her. And of course, number 3, do you have the means to comfortably achieve her? Now, I'm not talking about Eidolons here, I just mean in general. Always consider price when going for a gacha character. You know, with the new addition of this information up here, with the max cost being up to $475, it's not cheap to obtain new characters if you don't have pulls already, so just always be sure to spend responsibly. With all of that out of the way though, I'm going to let these showcases roll. I'm not going to be talking over the gameplay. I'm instead going to play some lovely music for you all, because I'm just a swell kind of guy like that. And at the end, I will give my thoughts on Cipher's performance.
全てを失う。はたまた手に入れるか。
おとなしくしてよ。早く手ほらいいか。バレたか。今こそ新生理の逆行ミルクティー最高。くらえ。あ、分かった。はあ、
当たりだ。
私を食い物か。あ、一人なら嘘でも万人なら本当だよ。もったくりだ。はっ、捕まった。
かい
おとなしくしてよ。早く手ほらいいか。もう一人前だもんね。はっ、バレたか。おお、すごい。はっ、
気をつけて。
今こそ新生理の逆行ミルクティー最高。くらえ。
遊んであげかい
私を食いもったくりだ。はっ、捕まった。端々の反響。もうギブアップらいいか。はっ、バレたか。あ、分かった。とっておきをくらえ。一人なら嘘でも万人なら本当だよ。
ベッド最後に全てを失う。はたまた手に入れるか。気をつけて。
おとなしくもったくりだ。はっ、捕まった。10人は相手できるよ。はっ、
遊んであげ
私を食いほらいいか。はっ、バレたか。
かい
おお、すごい。今こそ真の剣術を見せ生理の逆行ミルクティー最高。くらえ。はあ、一人なら嘘でも万人なら本当だよ。
気をつけて。かいサイは投げら全てを失う。はたまた手に入れるか。
生命と依存が響く。
気をつけて。
おとなしくしてよ。もったくりだ。はっ、捕まった。私をほらいいか。はっ、バレたか。あ、分かった。とっておきをくらえ。ガラッ、この端々の反響。
ベッ
もったくりだ。はっ、捕まった。あんたははっ、今こそ新生理の逆行ミルクティー最高。くらえ。一人なら嘘でも万人なら本当だよ。おお、すごい。はあ、金貨パクパク。
ほとばしい過去の伝説。
バレたか。いい風になって。ほらいいか。頑張って。 金貨パクパク火口を立ちます。捕まった。そろそろ西風になって出発。
And there we have it. 3 showcases, 3 different teams at different investment levels. And what have we learned? Well, that I was right all along, of course. She very much benefits from your money. If you have heavily invested teammates, strong characters to pair her with, she is going to soar and excel and do lots of damage. However, this is not to say that Cipher is bad in low-cost teams. She's still going to record the same amount of damage, albeit a bit slower, and she could still dish that back to the enemy and still provide massive debuffs for your team, which is what makes her very valuable. I think that Cipher as a sub-DPS and as a debuffer is a fantastic pickup. I think you can slot her virtually anywhere and she will do very well in most cases. The only main issue, 2 actually, she's not currently the best in slot in many places, and also timing, just when she's being released, is very unfortunate for some people. But if you really like this character, I think she is 100% worth it. You know, I know this video is about, oh, is her E1 worth it? I already said at the beginning, Eidolons are never worth it. You know, don't don't be like me. I spend too much money. But yes, at E0 and even her Light Cone, I think are both fantastic pickups, and I think she really will meet your expectations, if not surpass them. You just need to make sure that you have somewhere to play her first. You can slot her in anywhere, and she's going to do great, but just make sure where you're putting her, you're not going to be replacing somebody else that you already have for that team that may already be giving you a similar amount of value. But of course, if you're pulling her for other reasons, then I can see, you know, any justification for getting her. Plus, I mean, she was just a great character in the story, and I love her design. I mean, she is probably the character that had piqued my interest the most in the original Amphorius trailer. As time went on, Hyacinth obviously was the one that I spent all my money on. But Cipher is still fantastic, and I'm very happy that I was able to get her. So, is Cipher worth it? Yes. Is E1 worth it? Never. And is her light cone worth it? Well, that's up to you, but this thing is pretty cracked. Now, this may potentially be my last video for a little while. I am going on vacation literally tomorrow. I'm going to try to record at least one more video before I leave, but if I don't, just know that it is what it is. I will be back. I will be back in time for the Fate collab and the Phainon banner because I have a very fun idea planned for that. I actually have a lot of ideas planned right now. I just haven't had time to record them, you know, with the surgery and now vacation. It's been a busy month. So, yes, if you do not see me again after this, I apologize. But just know that I'm thinking of all of you, and I have really appreciated all of the growth I've seen in this community lately. I've been getting a lot of comments, a lot more views, and it's really nice seeing a lot of new faces around here. But with all of that being said, all of my yapping out of the way, thank you for watching this video, and I will catch you all in the next one, whenever that may be. And another big stretch to end it.